How does that work? Does that work better? Can you hear me now? That should be done. That should work now. Now I have all these windows to close. According to the streaming software, I'm now audio. Yeah. How's that? And there's such a delay, I won't know. I tried refreshing, that didn't work. Should be working now. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's like a 30 to 45 second delay between me and YouTube. Hey, KDC, how's it going, buddy? All right, so I'm going to close all those windows down. Anywho, it is Monday. And with it being the end of February, it's time to start setting up some February goals. Did I say end of February? I'm at end of January. It's been a day. But as you can see, I'm waiting for Sam to show up because that's how we roll. Never on time for anything. It is 7 degrees here in beautiful downtown Denver. I'm not technically in downtown. I'm closer to the airport, but hey, I'm fairly close. I might use my I can hear you now. Awesome. Yeah, for some reason, when I restarted my computer, it bumped off the microphone from XSplit. I don't know why it does that every damn time. I also have to adjust the video feed too. Like the video settings.
Initiated.
Great. And now my headset's going to be doing this the whole night.
Cancelled. Mic on. Mic off.
I can't fucking win. You're making hot cocoa. Awesome. I would love some tea. But I have peanut butter whiskey.
Battery.
And a bunch of water. So I'm hoping being
Charge
plugged
complete.
in. No shit. I don't know why my headset's been doing that last couple of days. I even restarted my computer, and it'll still do it. I just got done signing up another student for dance lessons. All right. We have an ice storm going on right now. The university is shut down, basically stuck at home the next few days. Me too. I'm always stuck at home. But it was stupid cold this morning. I got up at 5 because I was going to go to the gym. Saw that it was -2. Luckily there was no wind blowing, but my phone wasn't charged, my laundry wasn't done, so I'm like, I didn't have anything to wear to the gym anyway, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just stay home. And then I decided to work out with the dumbbells and did some ab roller. Yeah, the ab roller sucks ass. I hate that thing. It works. It hurts. Played with the stability ball with the dumbbells. So I got a decent workout this morning, even though I wasn't able to get to the gym. KDC says, this one couple told me they think I'm an amazing teacher. It's so sweet. All right. Michael, who's that lady you're talking to? Is that your new girlfriend? Yeah. My new girlfriend is the sound voice from IQ. IQ software is what Corsair uses to manage all the RGB stuff. So like I have a Corsair headset, Corsair keyboard, Corsair mousepad, Corsair mouse. My memory sticks were Corsair, but I couldn't fit them in when I maxed out my board. So I still have them. I can't put them in. But they light up. I can change all the colors to them and everything. So it's pretty cool. But the IQ software has this annoying voice that gets on and tells me when things are shutting down and when they're not and all that other good junk. It's a very sexy voice, right? Shutdown initiated. Yeah, I bet. Anyway. So yeah, I was going to wait for the minute for Sam to show up before we start talking about February goals. I have some big ones, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, and I have something to announce to Ron if he shows up tonight. I got to finish playing around with something today. I'm writing a blog post about it, and I'll be making a video about it too. Oh yeah. All right, now I'm just waiting on Sam to grace us with her presence. And I'd figure I'd give everybody a couple more minutes before I jumped into everything. But yeah, wow. Got to play Minecraft on Crossing Colorado Plays' channel last night with the girls. That was fun. I like playing the Minecraft mod we have because there's Stargates in it, and I spend like all day or all night looking for villages with Stargates so I can get home. And I just wound up running home because they have a slime sling that lets you haul ass across the map. Pretty cool, pretty fun. But now I've got kids talking in the hallway behind me. I need an office. I really, really do. That'd be great. I am eating really quick. Well, wolf it down. And tell the kids to get away from the damn door. Anyway. So, tonight we're going to be going over a few of our writing goals. If anybody has any, I know I've got quite a few that I'm excited to share. And so far, one of my rebuilds is working. I'm pretty excited to share all that. So yeah, we're just waiting on people that were late to the party. Or eating dinner late to the party. You'd think with how bad the weather is, everybody would be stuck home watching my show. Yeah, I know I'm not nearly as fun without Sam here. That's okay. It's all good. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I really do hate talking to myself though. I've never been really good at just carrying on a conversation about myself. So like I know you're supposed to talk and all that like during Twitch when you're first starting to build your channel, but I feel weird. I don't talk that much anyway. I don't really share that much on social media. I'm kind of a quiet person. And if I don't have anything valuable to add, I'm not going to add it. Unfortunately, you can't do that if you're trying to build a brand. Let's see, Diana says, so I'm working on an action story. It needs to be 2,500 words. I'm only halfway there. This is my first short story. It's hard. See, a short story shouldn't be all that hard. Fuck, I did more than 25,000 words or 2,500 words before lunch. But, I have been doing it for a lot longer. So, Jenny, what kind of action you got going on? I think it'd be fun.
There you go. I'm here. Now people don't have to watch me eat, and I won't talk, and I'll just mute myself when I'm chewing.
Because that's so much better. A big red square block for everybody to look at. KC says, I've been given a new writing project last week. I have to create a brand personality about us page, write about our target audience, and do a page on typography. Cool. Is it still for your accounting people? That would be hard to add personality to accountants. Or you could have fun with it. It depends on how far they let you take it. Because I could do something pretty cool for fun and accountants. Because, never mind. Lots of dirty jokes. As for me, the word count, well, let's see, I did 1,100 words today in 45 minutes for 7. That's not an action, that's horror, though. I did work on one of my favorite scenes from Kingmaker yesterday, though. I don't know if I was thinking about shortening that section a bit. The cemetery section, for those of you who have read it, which I don't think anybody here has, except for Sam.
Why are you thinking about shortening it?
Because it seems a little on the long-winded side when he's trying to open the box. Do you remember?
I didn't really think so.
Well, there's a reason why it was so hard to open, and I was going to go more into it, but I forgot. This is one of the hardest things about taking a year to write a book, because you put in all these cool things that you want to do later in the story, and then you fucking forget. That's why I need to stop doing that.
And start adding notes.
Yeah. Well, the stupid thing is that Readsy lets you put in comments. So I could have at any point commented that I need to expand on this certain point, which I did this last time around. So now I know that I have to add more to the story for one part of the book. Casey says, yep, it's for my accounting job. It's due tomorrow, and I already have the rough draft finished with their feedback. Sweet. Diana says, writing fiction is way harder than nonfiction. Oh, you're smoking crack. Because fiction needs to make more sense than real life. I've heard that short stories are more difficult than novels. Not even. Fiction doesn't need to make sense at all. That's the whole purpose of fiction. Especially if you write like science fiction or fantasy, they can just make up the rules as you go. As long as they sound like, as long as somebody can connect with it. But yes,
as
so
long as
much
they're
more.
consistent in the story, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and there's so much leeway you have with fiction. You can do virtually anything. I love writing fiction. You know, if I could just do that all day, nothing else, no clients, no blogs, no YouTube channels, no nothing, I would write probably more than Stephen King does. Stephen King focuses on, I think he said like 4 hours a day of pure writing total. Or in his book, he says 2,000 words a day. Like, shit, I could do 2,000 words before lunch. I've done it. I do it every day. But if I had his money, where I didn't have to worry about bills and shit, I would probably be able to outright Stephen King. Now, not style-wise, because, you know, that's comparing little old me versus a legend. But productivity-wise, I would be able to outright Stephen King. And I'm not just boasting. That's pure fact. I'm just fast, and when I get going, I get going. There's a challenge. Unfortunately, he doesn't read my tweets. Otherwise, I'd challenge him to a write-off. Let's do it. Oh, man. Can you imagine? I would have to tell Camille that I'm not going to work for the next week. I am writing against Stephen King.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, wouldn't it, though? That would... Yeah, I would take the pay cut. That'd be worth it.
There we go. I joined in video. I almost joined in video in just my tank top, and I was like, nobody needs to see that.
Wrong channel.
And it was cold.
Let's see. KDC says there are some wacky fiction books out there. Yes, there are. Not all of them land very well, but there are. Let's see. Dinah says, Michael, I have to disagree. I'm reading books about how to write fiction. They say that everything needs a logical reason. Otherwise, the reader doesn't believe it. It makes sense. To an extent. You're going to tell me that there's a logical reason between somebody throwing a fireball and a zombie walking around. Not even a zombie. Just a person walking around missing most of his flesh.
Like I said, as long as it's cohesive in that individual story, it doesn't have to make sense in any other sense.
What? Maybe
It doesn't
more just
have to
very
make sense in
different.
reality.
I can't relate to what you said at all. Oh, yeah. When I get writing, when I start going, it's like nonstop. I have to force myself to stop because I have other shit to do. Like I was pounding away at 7 today, and I was also working on Kingmaker. That's all I wanted to do all day after that. But then I wouldn't have been able to prepare the blogs, the YouTube videos. I had to help Anna with something. So, unfortunately, my day is tapped. So
Yeah.
I have to force myself to stop. Otherwise, I would just tell everybody to eat shit. Right. I've always been like that, though. I've never... Like, when people ask me, how do I deal with writer's block? I don't know. I've never had it.
Right? It's not something
Like, I will
that you-
stop. Well, I will stop and slow down and take like 5 minutes. Okay, think about, okay, so where do I want this plot to go? And this action here, would it make sense to the rest of the plot if he did this and that's and that? and I would reread what I just wrote and work to it from that. So I pause maybe for 5 minutes, but that's just to keep the continuity of the story going. I've never had actual writer's block. I know there's been a few times where I'd come up empty on blogs and video ideas, but that's completely different than writing a fictional tale. Diane says, I feel that way when I'm writing about something I want to write about. Maybe I just don't like action stories. That could be. Maybe you're just not an action writer. I mean, I like doing dark fantasy and horror mostly, and I will get into the groove with science fiction. Romance stuff, I'm more, I'll write them, but I'm not nearly as into it as I am the other things. I would like to do some more historical fiction, though. I love doing what ifs. And one of my stories on Wattpad is kind of a historical fiction. The Predator and Prey.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's kind
Kinda.
of cool. I like it.
Do you even remember it?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna revamp that one too. What?
Nothing.
The one with Roswell?
Yeah. I remember it. It's awesome.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm also doing research while we're doing this real quick.
Ah. But yeah, well, that's something else. When my daughter was, Jesus, what grade was Arabic then when they said she had a reading disorder? Was it first grade?
Third or fourth?
I thought it was younger than that.
No, I think it was like third or fourth.
They told us that she had a reading disorder and she needed remedial classes. Even though at home, she would write her own scripts for a game that we had as Spore Galactic Adventures. And so she would make her own adventures and she'd write out the entire scripts of them. And I told him, it's not that she has a reading problem, it's that she doesn't want to read the shit you want her to read. That's true. Arabeth reads almost as much as her mom does. So maybe it's just not, writing action isn't your thing. And that's okay. I mean, seriously, think about it. When's the last time you seen Stephen King write a romance novel?
Right?
Everybody has their genre.
Some things are easier to write for others, or than others. For certain people.
I think the only fantasy book Stephen King wrote was Eyes of the Dragon. Everything else is just straight horror.
No.
What?
Green Mile is not horror.
Oh, that's right. Green Mile.
Neither is Shawshank.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right.
I just forgot the name of the. I forgot the name of it for a second, so I was like,
I don't know if he had really. Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't necessarily say The Stand was horror either. Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know if it'd be. I don't know if it'd be horror. It's a good book. It's my favorite book, but I don't know if that would be horror. I mean, there's some gross places in it, but I think Gluttony has them beat.
Yeah.
I could be nasty too. But yeah, for the most part, though, Stephen King writes horror novels. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him write a romance novel or kids' books.
Right.
Could you see him writing a kids' book? A Stephen King picture book. I had a Creep Show, the comic book, but it's different.
That's different.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a picture book for toddlers. Featuring Pennywise the Clown. Diana says, I guess I'm still trying to figure out what kind of fiction writer I am. I'm not sure why I don't enjoy this more, though. It's kind of concerning. I love writing fiction. It's, like I said, if I was a best-selling author and I had money coming in to pay my bills, I would dump everything and just write.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
You would love
I
that.
love writing. Oh, yeah. I would be cranking out. I would be hitting 10,000 words. I would be writing a book a week. Now, if it was a good book, that'd be a whole different story. But with the amount of time that I spend, like at my rate of progress, I could probably easily write and edit a book inside 2 months.
Yeah.
Especially since I don't have a life. That helps,
That does tend to be helpful.
right? Alrighty. Anyway, I guess I was hoping Ron was going to show up because I wanted to tell him that I finally got around to doing his thing, but I guess we'll go on without him. Anyway, writing goals for February. My writing goals, I would like to, okay, first off, right off the bat, I want to be at least 60% of the way through 7. And right now, I'm at, I think when I uploaded my progress today, I was at like 20 something percent. Like, I so want to be done with this. If at that rate, I should be able to be completely done with 7 by the end of March. This is on top of redoing Kingmaker, which I'm about a quarter of the way through.
Awesome.
So I've been adding a lot to it, rewriting a bunch of it, trying to add more character to the main character. Well, I don't know if you call him a main character. Technically, he's not.
Well,
I ain't gonna say anything. Don't want to give away too much of it. But yeah, I think it is so much easier editing. I think
yeah.
it's already there. I just have to polish it up. KDC says it's okay, Diana. Try to take a breath and watch TV. There's probably action shows or cartoons you can get inspiration from.
Very true.
Diana's reply, well, I really like my idea. It's about legendary sea monster, and fishermen are trying to capture it, but writing out the entire plot is exhausting. I outline all of my plots. Now, the cool thing about outlining is that it gives you a guide of kind of where you want your story to go. But in my case, my characters often change how it goes. Like Kingmaker did not end anywhere near like I was going to go with it. In fact, a lot of the plot and a lot of the outlines inside the story changed as I was writing. So it kind of gives you a basic idea of where to go, but it's not going to be set in stone.
Yeah.
At least not for me. When it comes to my writing, my characters take me for the ride. I'm merely the narrator. KDC, did you outline your story? Sorry, I'm eating peanuts, drinking coffee, and typing with one hand. Typing with one hand, are you?
Alrighty then.
It's not that kind of show. At least on YouTube. But yeah,
I'm downloading a slicer.
Ooh. Everybody's doing everything but paying attention to the fucking show.
I'm paying attention to the show too.
I know, I'm kidding. Yeah,
I needed a
think
slicer.
plotting is fine, but my characters tend to reveal themselves in unexpected ways. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
There you go. The outline is good. Man, you need to stop typing with one hand. The outline is good. A starting point for her. How about the outline is a good starting point? But yeah, that would be my suggestion, is outlining. Like, I have my next story outlined for my fan fiction that's going to be on Wattpad as soon as I get done with 7. It's a fan fiction set in the Fallout universe. And there is a twist, like every single thing I write.
Always.
And nobody knows it until they read it.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Easter eggs, and I'm a big fan of combining shit that shouldn't be combined. I'm just good like that. I think I should embellish and rewrite the crate.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Crate.
I know what
From
you're
Vocal.
Yeah.
Now, the only people who would get the references in it are anybody who's read Despair or reading this book. But there was a lot of really good lines in that book. on
Yeah.
that story. Like, my favorite is when he tells them to shoot Billy in the face. It was a good story.
I'm not saying
But
it's not.
I think the reason why it didn't perform very well in vocal is because it was heavy on Easter egg.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know anything else that I write, you wouldn't get half the shit that I wrote in that story. So, Dinah says, "What about you, Sam? Do you like to write?"
No. I write like I speak in run-on sentences. I am an awful writer.
No, yeah, no periods, no commas, an
Um,
entire paragraph.
I have really good stories in my head, but when it comes to translating them out into the real world, it doesn't work very well. I've never been able to. Well, okay, anybody who's listened to me talk knows that I talk circles around myself.
Oh yeah, and
So
then
to
she'll
get
start.
from here to here, no
Oh,
normal
it's a
people in a
trip.
straight line.
Yeah,
I
it's
up and down and circle around and come back 3 times and yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's a fucking adventure. She'll start a sentence, end it halfway through, and then start another sentence, and then pick up where she left off in the first one, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How about you finish the sentence first? Diane says it's a good starting point. It's a me Mario. We're all poking fun at Katie C.
Yeah.
Sam would make a good copywriter, maybe.
No.
Diana says, maybe you can relate to this, Michael. I often feel like I live in a paradox. Please. I wish I had freedom to pursue all my creative ideas. But if I didn't have a job, I'm pretty sure nothing would get done.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't get as much done as I want because I have a job. I love my job. It's kind of related to what I do, but I would so much rather just write books all day. That would be my dream job. And make money from it. That's that there. Because anybody can write a book. Not everybody can make money from it.
Right?
Oh, but anywho. So I do plan on hitting 60% in 7 in February. That should put me, well, obviously the majority of the way through it. And then I should be able to finish it off before the end of March, I bet. Another thing I want to have done in February is I want to finish the edits for Kingmaker. So I want to publish both at the same time.
Awesome.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
I still need to find some artwork for it.
Yes, you do.
The blogs did break a record yesterday from AdSense. So
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna hit the $80 mark this month, but if things keep going the way they're going, it's gonna be pretty soon. Let's see. Diane says my job forced me to write all the content for an app. I feel great about my accomplishment, but I would never have done that on my own. Kitty C says, I just want to hit the gym, travel, and chase girls all day. Yeah, you're also 20-something.
Right?
When you hit the 40s, you're like, I'm too old for travel and chasing. I'll go to the gym, but that's it. But I like what I do, so I can't complain. Yeah, there you go. I mean, you're a copywriter. You do your dance classes on the side. I think that's awesome. He moonlights as a dancer. That's more than I could do. I would show you how I could dance, but it would be like a drive heave set to motion. Set to music. That's what it is.
Whatever.
Oh, you've never seen me dance?
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't. Diane says, yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm good at it. My boss is seriously a jerk, though. Yeah, well, a lot of bosses are. Just gotta move on. Just keep doing you. Keep your eyes open for something better on the horizon. Casey says, "Oh, I can teach you a few steps." Pfft, the fuck you can. Nope. Brock Banks don't dance.
Whatever.
Actually, I get jiggy with it in the kitchen, but then the cats stare at me, so I stop. They have that look on their face like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you going to feed me or what? Oh, yeah, let's see. What else we got going on? What's another good goal?
Well, you want to get
See,
your
you're
stuff
kind of
done.
paying attention.
I am too. I'm sorry.
Half-assed.
I want to print my thing before the girls print theirs. I'm scared they're gonna beat me.
We got a 3D printer, and so everybody's like, that printer's been going nonstop all day.
I know, they showed me. That's what was so loud when I got home, as they were showing me all the cool stuff that they printed today.
I haven't even made my account at Thingiverse yet because some of us have other shit to do.
Well, some of us don't. That's what's fun.
Yeah, I found some really interesting game design writing positions I'm applying to. Awesome. Yeah, and you have a decent background, so you shouldn't be too hard to find a job.
Yeah.
Honestly, my goal is just to finish a short story. See, and I feel so bad for. When it comes to short stories and stuff like that, I can finish a short story in a weekend. Especially like if it's only 2,500 words. I wrote The Crate on a Saturday. And that's when I submitted to the vocal contest for $25,000. It would have done better, but like I said, I tied it too much into what I'm doing now, and I was trying to make it kind of fun for people who have read Despair. And so there's a lot of references that no one would have got unless they read it. So I kind of bummed out about it, but it's still a good story, so I want to rewrite it. I'm going to do something more with it. But yeah, I did that in... How long did it take me to write that? I think like 3 or 4 hours. It was a Western. So, Patrick, he's here once in a while. My brother-in-law, he wanted me to write a Western. So I thought, oh, you know what? I've never done that before. I'm going to write a Western. So I wrote a Western / horror. Kind of a gothic Western. But I had a wraith in it. But I love the whole premise of the story. So I'm definitely going to embellish on it. But yeah, it didn't take me very long at all. Let's see. KDC says Diana could try to freelance as a video game app writer, content writer. She doesn't like having a boss. Yeah, I'm a freelancer. Technically, even if you're a freelancer, you technically have a boss. It's your client. You have to make them happy. And sometimes that's more difficult depending on the client. I've got some amazing clients that let me get away with a lot of shit. So I feel lucky. And I love what I do. So, but yeah, I'll try freelancing if you have time. Freelance as a writer. Do some self-publishing. I published a freelancer's tale without spending a single dime. Although she has to pay self-employment taxes. Yeah. Diane says, I worked the entire weekend on it, and I'm only halfway through, and it's not good. You gotta try that. Don't necessarily scrap your idea, but try writing an outline. Now, what I do with an outline is that I'll put the outline in my story as I'm writing it in brackets of I want such and such thing to happen, and then I do it in chronological order, and then I simply embellish on those outlines. And like I said, they often change, but try outlining it first. Having a set plan of how you want the story to go, I find is a lot easier to follow. That way you're not sitting there getting hung up on not knowing where to take the story next because you've already outlined it. hell are you doing?
I need to build a stand.
Anyway. You have the power to turn away clients you don't like, but Diana can't turn away her boss. Yep,
How deep?
that's true. I have turned down quite a few clients and sponsors and
No. Underneath. To the wall.
other opportunities because they were like not in line with what I want to do. When you know your worth, you can get away with a lot of stuff. I know what I'm worth. I know what you're going to pay to get my talent. And if you don't want to pay it, you're not getting it. I have too much shit to do anyway. But yeah, try outlining it, Diana, and see how that goes. I know the story will end. I just need to write a bunch of action sequences in between. That's the hard part. Well, try to outline the action scenes. I don't know the premise of your story, so I don't know. Well, I kind of got the idea of the premise, but I don't know the flow of it, so I don't know exactly how to help. But try outlining the action sequence. Whoa, yeah, watch some like Jaws, the action sequences in Jaws, especially if you're doing a water creature. Get some inspiration from like God, The Abyss didn't have a lot of action to it. Well, the new Avatar movie.
Yeah.
What's some good action scenes in water?
Waterworld.
Oh, okay. Well, they're going after a creature, but that might kind of help. I don't know. What?
No. That's really tall.
Why the hell are you even on?
I don't know.
It doesn't need to be 6.5.
She wanted so much to make sure that I had everything set up so she can join.
I know, and then I got
And she-
distracted. We're gonna go.
Dick around the fucking 3D printer.
Hi, Max. Max and Airbeth are helpful.
Hey, I'm being helpful.
Airbeth is actually is.
Katie C says I didn't know who that was standing next to Sam when I looked up my phone after stuffing my face with peanuts. It looked like your daughter's face was frozen in place. It's resting bitch face.
Yeah.
She can't hear me anyway.
No, she can't. Okay, if I did 2 of them.
Then it says the men go out searching for the monster. They find it. It attacks the ship. It kills most of them. Okay, well, how does it attack the ship? Is it like a kraken where it grabs a hold of it? Does it have teeth that sinks into the boat and starts gnawing away at the wood? Is it like a hammerhead, just smashes into it? Had to blink a few times to make sure I wasn't seeing things correctly. I looked up the plot of Moby Dick. That sort of helped. Yeah, Moby Dick's a good one. If my chest had been a cannon, I would have shot my heart upon it. My professor says it's a great idea for an action story. Yeah, could be. Can there be action without violence or death? Because I'm not a fan of those things. Well,
Yeah?
Well, she said, you're kind of contradicting yourself there. So the men go out searching for the monster. They find it. It attacks the ship and kills most of them. But you're not a fan of violence and death. So how does that work? And then Bob mysteriously disappeared over the side. For something like that, if you're going to be adding a monster that's killing people on a ship, you're going to have to write about violence and death. Anyway. Maybe I can have action without violence or death. Look at,
Have our,
I'm trying to think of something violence that's
there
action.
you go. That's why I'm like,
I don't know if you can have action without violence of some kind. Because even in Ready Player One, there was no death in it, but there was a lot of
probably.
virtual fighting.
So you said.
Yes, think of Jackie Chan movies where people get knocked out instead of dying. Well, still, there's violence. He's beating the shit out of people.
Yes.
That's why it's hard to write the story, Michael. Oh, well. Um,
Big. Needs to be 5.
oh, you could also write a story if they're on the sea, if they're trying to escape a, what's the movie with the hurricane? When they're on the,
Oh, what is the movie?
you know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah.
Where they're lost at sea and they're trying to, came out early 2000s. But that was action without violence. Have you read Moby Dick? Part of it. I never got a chance to finish it. That was back when I was like in grade school. You could say the people got knocked off the boat and didn't get
5.
hurt or killed. And then Bob fell over the edge. Yeah, you can do a whole Texas ship and doesn't kill anybody. You'd be like, I can't think of a single one. Hmm.
2 days.
I'm just, no, I don't write children's books, so I don't know.
I need more supports.
I need more support.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll save this now. I know that I kind of know how to use it.
Instead they get lost at sea or stuck on on a stranded. They wouldn't be stuck on a stranded island. They'd be stranded on an island. You can't get stuck and stranded on the same thing. Stuck on a stranded island. What the hell's a stranded island? You get
Right?
stranded on a deserted island. I'll keep thinking about it. I like the idea of a storm and crashing waves, lost at sea, etc. I'm a children's writer. Yeah, see, that's right. She makes children's games. So, and my cousin, she writes more of YA and friendly stuff with happy endings. And she just published her book about aliens landing in southern Utah. So I would probably be the wrong person to ask about that.
Right? Because you're different.
Yeah, I'd kill most of people in the book. And even the guy that you think gets away would wind up something that would happen to him.
I'm just saving it. I'm not gonna
my
deal with
books
it. I had supports.
my books rarely have happy endings. But that's how I write. I'm more realistic. Life doesn't have happy endings. But you know, that's just me. That's not saying that I'm better than you. It just says that I write different. I would
Everybody.
have a hard time writing a story without killing somebody.
I was gonna say I don't know that Mike could write anything children's book wise.
Oh God, no. I don't think I could. There's no fun in that for me. She could also make the island a place full of PF dangers. Instead of the children being hurt, they just parkour through the island.
I think that's supposed to be of.
Full of dangers. Yeah, probably. I read things exactly how they're wrote. So if you're writing like an idiot, I'm going to say it like an idiot. Or if you're writing with one hand while you're stuffing your face full of peanuts. Again, love you. Yeah, Michael likes dark and violent. I don't think I could write an unhappy ending to save my life. Oh, I could.
I prefer happy endings, which is why I have trouble with Mike stuff.
Yeah.
You'll be happy to know I closed all my extra shit.
Cool. Now you're going to sit there and pout.
Well, I'm going to sit here and pout because I can't figure out how to do what I wanted to do. And then it's going to take 2 days to fucking print. And I don't have 2 days to print it.
Why? Just let it run.
Well, because I told Annika she could do her 14-hour axolotl first.
So what you're saying is I'll never be able to vacuum my living room ever again.
You can't vacuum while it's printing?
Well, it generates to 200 degrees centigrade on the extruder, and then another 60 on the pad. Can you imagine how much power that's pulling?
True.
I tried plugging the vacuum. Now the whole house might explode. KDC says kids love pretending the ground is lava. Say the island had an active volcano. Ma'am? See, there's all kinds of things you can do. You can change your story, and that would probably, if you're having such a hard time writing a 2,500 word story, I would say change it up. Do an action of something that you want to write about. Don't try to force it, because then when you try to force a story, you can read it in
you
your
can
choice
tell
of
it's
words.
forced.
Yeah. So I would start over. Keep it just in case, but start over with something that is more to your liking, and then add action to it.
Yeah.
And but as for, see, and your professor says he likes the idea of searching for a monster, finding it, and attacks the ship and kills most of them. That is like one hell of a used trope too.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Jaws, right off the bat. There's
Right?
4 movies of that. Deep Blue Sea, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea,
Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean, 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's when they ate Captain Jack Sparrow. Spoiler alert. He technically dies at the end of that. Well, fuck, even in games. Like you have Sea of Thieves has the Megalodon, the Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of stories about it. You'd think your professor would want something more unique. I mean, let's see. Well, I like sea monsters and oceans. Okay, well, do an action story of Ariel, the Little Mermaid, Ariel running from the Meg. I could do it, but it wouldn't end well.
That's
Turn into
awful.
Chum.
Just
Chumming
saying.
the water. What? Feeding the Little Mermaid to the Meg?
Yeah, that's awful.
Maybe it would just be her dad. Someone's getting eaten by the fucking shark. I mean, Lion King had and several other Disney movies for kids have violence. Yep. Well, fuck. Scar threw his dad off his, well, technically it would be his brother, but, Simba's dad chucked his ass down to get trampled by beefaloes. They're fighting over the 3D printer. Chaos is my life. Yeah, Disney has all kinds of violence in it if you actually watch it. Beauty and the Beast, Snow White. I don't think there's actual peaceful Disney story that does not have some kind of violence in it. Because even like Bambi, her mom gets shot. The forest gets burned. Or his mom gets shot. Yeah, I can't think of a single Disney movie that has no violence in it at all. Someone's getting their feet chopped up. Ursula attacks. I'm trying to think of other ones. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good point. It's hard to have a meaningful story without conflict and violence. Yeah, exactly. Sam's reaction was priceless. To what? Her reaction to the kids? Or to me? Tell them that if they don't slow it down,
They're like losing their shit.
I'm about to send it back. I could use $500 right now. All right, Michael, you've got a point. Wait, who gets their feet chopped up? Well, that's actually in the original tale of Cinderella. The sisters cut their heels off to get their feet to fit in the shoe. They don't show that in Disney. But, I'm trying to think, wasn't there some kind of fight? Oh, my Disney expert is away from keyboard.
I'm sorry. We'll discuss it, okay? Sorry, we're having articulated animal discussions. What about a slug?
Okay, cat in the oven.
Okay, what did you need? I'm here for Disney. My bad.
In the
Airbus making a slug. That's where I got confused.
Anyway, in the original Cinderella cartoon, what was
Yes.
the conflict in it?
The stepmother's a bitch.
I don't know if you could call that a conflict. She's just a twat. She gets her comeuppance in the end. It's not as violent as the original story, though.
No.
Oh my god, that's horrible. That's so barbaric. Yep. And the Little Mermaid dies in the original
Yeah.
story.
She turns into sea foam. Because mermaids don't have souls.
Yeah. Disney kind of warped and took a little literary license with a lot of the shit they stole.
Same with Sleeping Beauty.
What was Sleeping Beauties?
Sleeping Beauty is basically a lesson about not having unprotected sex, essentially.
Oh, it was written by Christians.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
In Sleeping
That's
Beauty,
a stretch.
no,
How did they-
in the original Sleeping Beauty, she sleeps for over 100 years, and there's
Well, who would want to fuck it after that? She looks good for being 140. Have to peel back some dry skin. Anyway,
ew.
this is why I
Wow.
write horror. Anyway.
The Disney Cinderella is not violent. The Grimm fairy tale Cinderella is violent.
It's okay, Michael and Sam. We are friends. We are all friends. We don't mind the background conversations. Oh, I do. This is why I can't have anything nice.
Now we're arguing over what time the lizard goes to bed. 8 o'clock.
I'm gonna pack up the lizard and I'm gonna send him back with the 3D printer with my apologies to China.
They just need to go home. That'd be the easier thing. Send the bitches home. In the snow. They wouldn't make it.
Anywho.
Uh,
Well, we really didn't have a lot of people here today.
no.
It's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Me, Katie C, and Diana.
Diana, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Didn't really go over my topic at all. I have
What
goals.
is the plan
I
for
have
February? What's your plan for
two
February?
fucking. I said my plan for February was 60% into 7 and then hopefully finish Kingmaker.
Okay, see, we covered your topic.
I wanted to go so much further into that. Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, alrighty.
We got a
I
card?
guess it's about time we start wrapping up. I like children's fantasies and family-friendly stories.
Me too.
Well,
I like to read a lot. Read a lot of YA when I'm not reading smut.
See, and I like some stuff, that is family friendly. Like I love my favorite cartoon from Disney is
Emperor's New Groove.
love that cartoon. Yeah, I like Oliver and Company.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You like Enchanted? You've watched that
I
one.
like Enchanted. Yes, I like Enchanted. Yeah. So there's a lot of things I like that are family friendly. But there's also a lot of things I like that aren't so family friendly.
Yeah.
And I liked Ready Player One. I don't know if you've got
I
a
haven't
chance to
seen
see
it yet.
Oh, it's really good. I like it. What else?
Yeah, I either
Oh,
read
that's
total trash smut or YA fantasy. Like, they're complete opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song is addicting.
It can be, yeah.
The original?
Both of them.
I haven't heard the new one. That's how much I give a shit.
Okay, do your
So,
card.
Last week's card was I'm creating a life I love. That's your affirmation for the day. Weekly affirmation. Daily affirmation for the week. So, the new one. Oh, see, some of these kind of almost sound narcissistic. The new one today, for this week, your affirmation for every day, is my potential to succeed is infinite. Doesn't that sound like narcissistic talk to you?
No, it sounds positive and encouraging.
I think it goes a little bit further than that, though.
Depends on how you take it.
That's like saying I'm better than everybody.
No.
I don't know. I see it wrong.
Yeah.
My potential to succeed is infinite.
You have infinite potential.
I'm infinitely a badass.
But that's not narcissistic.
Nope.
Okay.
That's called confidence. I know where my abilities lie. I know what I'm worth.
Oh, there's Neo.
Oh, look. Neo shows up. I will watch the replay. Hi, everyone. Ron might be in the same boat I am. They are saying that it is bad weather for the next few days here in Texas. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Well, I had some cool news to share with Ron, but if he's not going to make it, that's all good. Maybe I'll share it with him tomorrow if he's there at the
Yep.
other one.
I gotta come up with a topic for tomorrow.
We are so fucking organized. All right. Well, stay safe, Neo, and don't freeze.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
I know that Texas doesn't have the most stellar history with power grids in the winter, but try to keep yourself and your little ones warm. I read you were writing an action story in the comments. I'll write a love story with me and Weevil. Jesus.
Everybody see Max in my background?
What kind of STD would you get from a cartoon character?
Something brightly colored.
Would you sparkle in the sunlight?
Maybe.
Well, think about it. That's kind of an STD as well.
Right?
Not the sparkling part, but the vampire issue. The kids are out for 2 days.
My kids are not going to school tomorrow because it was too yucky for them to drive home.
And my daughter's already fucked up her car once. I don't want her to do it again. I'm done with having car issues.
Me too. Guys, I got my car back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Finally. A month and a day later.
I got my car back on Saturday.
Yep,
so
so
excited.
things are going great-ish.
I'm really cold. I'm freezing.
Diane is only on a hunt to go save him. Legal version of the Get Out movie. That is Max's bed. What is Max's bed?
That's my bed. My bed, because she's like, this is mine. She's been sleeping there. She slept with me last night. All night long.
Thanks, Max.
Huh.
I'll trade you. I have a cat in my clothes bin.
Nope, she's good. She's very nice about sleeping with me. She just sleeps. She loves that blue pillow. Oh, here she comes.
Yep. Oh, you talking to me?
You know you're not allowed on the keyboard.
That's my big girl.
Yeah. Super excited for my car. I was so happy on Saturday when we went and picked it up.
Ow.
And then
Yep.
she's just gonna lay here. I gotta hold her up now.
Good times. Yeah.
Katie, see, I have so many typos in this chat.
Yeah, I do. That's,
Uh-huh.
that's what happens when you do it with one hand while eating peanuts.
Doing something with peanuts.
The fuck does that mean?
You know what? You need to change all your litter boxes.
I did. I need to get a
You-
new thing of.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Like, you need to
Yeah.
change the litter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this new litter box or the litter I've been using from the cheap stuff from PetSmart.
Yeah, Petco.
Yeah, Petco. I just don't like it. They don't
Mac-
seem to like it either.
Max
They
smells like
prefer-
musty litter box.
Yeah, they prefer the Tidy Cat.
Yeah.
They'll any box that has Tidy Cat in it, they'll use
that
it
what
like
they use?
immediately. Yeah, they love it. But all I have is that cheap stuff from Petco.
Yeah, she just smells like musty litter box.
Yeah, I need to go dump them all. That'll cost a small fortune.
Yep.
But yeah, they're all scooped.
They just need
It's
to dump.
just that it's that cheap stuff. They don't like it, and it doesn't really do that good of a job. So Max is letting you know it's her bed, little by little.
Mm-hmm.
Peanuts are meant to be eaten. You put them in your mouth. Yeah, that's why I'm like wondering what the fuck are you talking about. Where did your mind go? I'm curious. I don't know what that means.
It's okay.
I don't think she does either.
I was just going with the whole nut aspect of it.
He said peanuts, not nuts in general. All form of nuts go in your mouth.
Right?
Now I'm talking cashews. Get your mind out of the gutter. Peanuts are good in moderation. Yeah, peanuts are good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I gained a lot of weight. I gained a lot of weight off peanut butter, but that's what happens when you eat a whole jar of it.
Oh, when you eat a Costco jar of it
Costco jar of peanut
a
butter.
week.
Oh yeah, I have a peanut butter issue.
Yes, he does.
They are full of protein and fiber. They are,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also full of fats. I don't have nuts, so I can't relate. I have to buy nuts.
Not part of the
I'm not part of the
homegrown
homegrown nut team. Go nuts. I think I'm getting outnumbered here. No mas, no mas.
No mas, no mas. I can't believe you haven't finished that yet. Chug.
Clang. Yeah, somebody on the dating group, the singles group on Facebook that I belong to, was like, "What do you belong to any clubs?" And I said, "I tried joining a wine club once, but they don't appreciate it when you power shoot a $60 bottle."
Darker colored.
That was one of my favorite things about living in LA is that I could drink and drink and drink and not feel anything. So I could like pound shit down. And everybody else is all buzzing shit, and I'm like, "Pfft,
Yeah,
rookie."
he drank so, and it's funny because he's normally such a freaking lightweight.
Yeah. Well, when I'm up here, yeah. But if I go to LA, get that whole oxygen thing going, yeah, I could drink everything.
This cat's kind of heavy.
Nickel and his PB whiskey. That's a big jar of peanut butter. Yeah, it is. We are so nut getting demonetized. I wasn't monetized anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not important enough for YouTube to monetize. I'm sure LA has a lot of cute single guys, smart guys too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
none that you'd want to date.
No.
The people in LA,
People in
they're
LA are
snobbish.
about what you can do for them. That is what is
Yeah,
important to them. You are
yeah,
unimportant unless you have some kind of networking ability that will help better them.
yep. Everybody I met, even like when I was staying at the Airbnb, I was going to clean the place that I was living there because that was my home at the time. And he's all like, how much you gonna charge me to clean the house? I'm like, I do it because I'm here. It's where I live. Oh no, I gotta pay you something for it. I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
it's
people.
just a fucking house.
When I lived in LA, and I lived in LA 20 years ago, 21 years ago, um, everybody was all about what you could help them achieve, or all about how you could better. It's different. It's very
Yeah,
different. They're not mean or they're nice people. They're just all about what you can do for them.
yeah, they're more materialistic.
Yeah.
LA has a different breed of people from the rest of the world. Kind of like the people in Texas and Ohio are a different breed.
Yeah. Texas people are very
I
different.
I don't know if Ohio has a breed. In maybe.
That was rude.
That's Alabama.
Yeah.
I kid Ohio people if you're watching.
Nobody's watching. It's okay.
Nobody's watching from Ohio. It's like I'm perfectly fine with making fun of people from Alabama and Arkansas because there's
That's
a
not
good
your
chance
demographic.
that nobody from either one of those states are going to be watching my writing channel.
Right?
If I'm not showing you how to scrog a squirrel or hog tie a chicken, I don't think they give a shit. I've heard there's lots. I've heard there's lots of D-bags in LA. I didn't really meet anybody that was a
No,
douchebag. They
I
weren't
didn't.
really
No,
douchey. They
it
were
was.
just bougie.
Yeah.
So you can be bougie without being a douche. There's some things I'm bougie about, and I'm not a douche. Ish.
That's a lie.
I'm not. When have I ever? Never mind.
Hmm.
Well, you've never seen Ohio memes? What's wrong with Ohio? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with Ohio. I only say that because she's from Ohio.
Right?
Not like she'll ever watch my videos. Besides, she's in a relationship, so. But my God, those eyes. Ugh. Lucky man. What do you think about Wisconsin people? But what I saw it was like we people.
I know. I'm like.
So when you bowl, they all jump and you throw the ball behind you.
So I did this. I was like,
Is that a
"You're falling.
weenie?
You're falling. You're falling."
Wisconsin, where cheese is cheese.
And so are the people.
No, I don't think I've ever met a rude person from Wisconsin.
I haven't either. Uh-oh.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Nothing wrong with Ohio, but there's jokes about people from Ohio being uniquely special. I don't know if I know any of those. That's where Cleveland is.
Yep. Oh, I'm tired.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything necessarily wrong with Ohio. Kind of like Iowa. Actually, there's a lot of things that are wrong with Iowa. So never mind.
Corn-fed farm boys.
And then some. I'm not a big fan of the Bible Belt in any degree. That's one belt I would toss in the trash. I will share the memes with you. Oh, sure you will. Anywho,
Anywho.
my potential to succeed is infinite. and your thoughts about your goals for the month. Fuck, I'm so tired of like setting up stuff and just like everything falling through.
Right?
Though we didn't really, it wasn't a waste. We were helping Diana with her project, so
Yeah.
and I liked talking about bugs and writing,
Exactly. I mean, I think
which is something we rarely do.
I was gonna say I think we actually talked a lot about writing today, which is saying something. It's
Yeah, that's new.
yeah.
I don't know what to do now. My world is coming apart. No, Ohio is one of the best places to raise a family. Very affordable here. Cool.
Not affordable here.
No. In fact, Denver is like one of the worst for families. I read an article about it
I have a paper box
recently.
I have a paper box in my room that Michael rent out for $3,000 a month. It'd be cheap. Cardboard box right here.
Oh.
$3,000 a month. Be cheap.
He starts charging you from taking my office.
Well, that's why I'm renting out the cardboard box in my room.
So you pay for my office.
Yep. Oh.
I can always set up a shed in the back.
Yeah.
I talked about writing the whole time. No, I know, Diana. That's what I'm saying. We rarely ever actually talk about writing in the whole show.
I know.
Usually it goes off the rails. We didn't necessarily cover the topic, but at least we had fun writing. I love talking about writing. I'm debating on doing episodes of reviewing movies, but from a writing perspective.
That might be fun.
So, and I'm half tempted to start doing some screenplays just for the shits and giggles. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck. If Velma can get put on HBO, I can fucking get anywhere I want.
Right?
That's if you haven't seen HBO Max, don't watch Velma. It's a dumpster fire set to a slow waltz, played backwards. And Michael, do you like to write your rants? I don't. It's different to write a rant than it is to actually go off on one.
Yeah.
I remember seeing apartments in Denver for $1,700 to $3,000 just as a starting price. Yeah,
Yep.
when I first was moving back from LA, they were between 14 and 17, and then we had the boom in 2019. Coincidentally, it's when COVID hit,
Yeah.
or 2020. It's when prices started going up on everything. We got the house just before the boom. 2021, everything skyrocketed. So, my house is probably worth twice what we paid for it.
Pretty close.
We could sell it and move to Wyoming.
Ew. What?
I lived in Wyoming. I don't think I'll ever move back to Wyoming. It's nice because there's no sales tax and shit. There's no income tax. No income tax in Wyoming. But
It's Wyoming.
it's Wyoming. I need a bigger city.
I don't know why
Here in
your cat's being
Oklahoma-
so weird.
Here in Oklahoma, I paid $1,300 for a newly remodeled home with a yard, no roommates. Nice area. Wow, that's $1,300. That's really good.
That's amazing.
For a house? You can't even get that in an apartment.
Like a studio apartment.
I paid, here you go, for my studio apartment when I lived in Ogden, when I was working at the
22
IRS
years
back
ago.
in the 90s. Oh, way more than that. This was 1998 when I had my apartment.
24 years ago. Almost 25 years ago.
In my studio, $375 a month
Can you
for
imagine?
my studio. Oh God, that'd be heaven right now. I loved my studio though. It was right next to the river. It was the building was great. I never used any of the facilities because they had like a gym and shit. I never used them. I rarely ever used the laundromat. I just used other ones. But yeah, I loved my studio. When I am ready to maintain a house, that is when I will buy one. There you go. Because there is a lot of work to maintain a house. Especially if you have teenagers. And
Yeah.
people who don't clean for shit. 6 cats. 5 cats. A lizard.
5.5 cats?
Oh, he's a lizard. You can't count him as a cat.
I was just thinking you counted Logan as half a cat.
I only have 6 cats.
You have
5,
3 grays,
6.
an orange, and a black.
What about Logan?
And Logan, that makes it 6. That's why I said 5.5
Yes.
cats.
No, it'd be 6 cats.
And then you said 5.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you said 6. Nope, 5.
So I had 7 cats before Meriwether died?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Huh. I paid $1,200 for my 1-floor apartment. Yeah. See, living in OK is really cheap. I'm lucky. I found a great job here. Yep, that's
Yeah.
Oklahoma. That's probably why it's cheap. Is because nobody wants to live in Oklahoma.
Right?
Well, I'm sure it's a great place. I love Denver. It's starting to get pretentious, but I love Denver.
Right?
I wish I could meet my future husband here and then settle down. Not sure if that's going to happen. And living out in the country would be even cheaper. Oh yeah, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm not looking for my soulmate, a wife, or anything like that. I am more.
You found
focused
somebody to settle
on-
down and buy a house with.
Yeah, your dad. I am
Hey,
not a couple. And
if
you know what?
it works,
You know
it
what I found
works.
more. I'm not offended that people think that Dan and I are a couple. I'm offended that people think that a 65-year-old man who's falling apart is the best that I can
It's the
get.
best you can do. I'm
That's what
mildly
I'm
offended.
offended
Wait,
over.
I'm mildly offended that people think that my ex-husband and my stepdad got together. Like, what? What? No.
That's Jerry Springer worthy.
I know. I'm like, no, they just happen to both need roommates. What the hell?
Dan and I have always got along.
Yeah.
We have, I wouldn't say meshing personalities, but we do have similar interests. We have
yeah.
a lot of, we are compatible.
Compatible.
We are,
Yeah.
he's my hetero life mate.
Exactly. There you go. But yeah, it just cracks me up when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, my ex-husband and my stepdad bought a house together, and they're like, are they together? And I'm like, no,
No.
my ex-husband did not leave me for my stepdad. Thank you.
Ew.
Right? Neo, Jerry.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but no.
Yeah, there's no. I could never be gay. You know, and there's I have lots of gay friends. I'm not one of those type of people where I can't be bigot because I have gay friends. I have a lot of gay people in my life actually. I can't ever see the attraction. Like,
Yeah.
who looks at a guy and gets like Twitter pated over it? I think we are like misshapen, ugly, grotesque creatures. I can't even see why women would want to sleep with us. I don't get the attraction at all. Sam's dad living in your house sounds like something from a comic TV show. The King of Queens has 4 or 5 people under one roof. Pretty damn close. Yeah. They've probably never seen King of Queens, have you?
No, I don't think I have.
Yes. I have. And yeah, you're pretty close. When everybody's here, we've got
yeah.
Sam, I've got both girls, Dan's in the basement. Sometimes I have Ty here, my oldest son.
Yep.
So yeah, it gets to be a handful. I thought when kids turned 18, they moved away. I did. I love my kids though. If you were gay, that would be okay. I mean, because, hey, I like you anyway. Well, you know, whatever. I'm not, but hey, thank you. I don't know how to respond to that. If you were gay, it would be okay. I still like you.
Hey, it all rhymed. She wrote a poem, okay?
Fucking A. Yeah. Michael and Sam make a great comedic duo. I could totally see your life as a sitcom.
I could see.
That's
Yeah.
because our life was a sitcom.
Yes, it was.
And then somebody had to lose their ever-loving mind.
Yeah. Pretty much. That happens.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was
True.
talking. I'm like, no, it's cool. We're still best friends. Somebody's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, it works. It's okay.
Is she cute?
No.
Oh.
She's a 50-year-old Mexican lady that's sassy as hell. You would not like her. And she's married.
Oh, well. What about her husband? Move him in too. I can show him my gato pantalones.
What is wrong with your cat, Michael? Why is she sitting on my lap being held up? I
Because
don't
my door is
understand.
shut. Because my door is shut.
She was sleeping. No,
That is what she does to me every day when I try to work.
But
So, welcome to my world. I don't want to hear it.
she was sleeping on my bed
Ah,
when I got
okay.
here.
Yep, and you had to talk to her and had to talk about her, and she knows, and now she wants your attention.
She just wants me to hold her. She's going to
That's how it
sleep.
rolls. Yes, just like this one here is going to sit here and lick my fingers and chew on every one of my fingertips.
Okay, are we done?
Like the song, it's from a NYC comedy group.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, cool. Not that I know what that would be. That reminds me, I got a brilliant idea for meeting smart guys.
Oh yeah? What's that? I'm gonna come in there and punch you.
God damn, you guys make it too easy sometimes. I am too fast for my own good. Anywho,
Anywho, are we done?
I think so. We have to say happy birthday to Kyra.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, yeah,
Go over the
moral of
cardigan.
the story. Moral of the story. Have goals.
Okay. Go over your card one more time.
This is one of those videos where I'm like thinking, why the fuck did we even make it? Why do I even label? Why do I even like plan out anything or title them? I should just say, episode whatever. It's not like we ever stick to topic.
I know.
The only time I ever get to stick to topic is if I have a guest on, like when we had
Yeah.
Angela or Megan.
Yep.
Now it's just me and you being stupid for an hour and a half.
Right?
Okay, card for tonight is my potential to succeed is infinite. I am inevitable. Nobody turned to dust.
No. Okay. Now
That is your
do your
affirmation
plugs for
every day.
everything.
So with my is infinite. I don't know if I would say infinite. There's got to be a balance because eventually you die. So there is a time where it stops. But even then, when I die, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. I just sit in the lobby of the physics building. Guys pass by me every day. It's a newly remodeled building. It's my favorite place to take a dump. I keep saying you can interview me. Yeah, I could. I just picture Diana trying to position herself in a nerdy guy's view every time he turns around. Gotta be careful with smart guys, though. The smarter people are, statistically, they are more narcissistic.
Yep.
So, gotta be careful with the smart ones. Star Wars reference. Thank you very much, KDC. Yes, it was. May the Force be with you. I've been working on my hello there, too, for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Hello that. All right. Anyway. Yep. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. If you're just stopping or
Wow.
crash.
Take two. Click.
If you're watching this replay and you're curious about freelance writing or anything else I do, A Freelancer's Tale is available on Amazon in ebook and paperback formats. A story about how I got started as a freelance writer all the way up into what I do today. And the link is in the description down below. You can also find me fairly easy in Google. I just type in my name, Michael Brockbank, and I pretty much own the first 2 pages. I beat the lawyer, the doctor, right off the 2. Bitch. I was in competition that they didn't know about. But I knocked them both off. So if you go to michaelbrockbank.com, that is pretty much everything I do online. And that's including all the blogs, YouTube channels, Twitch streams, books, everything. If it's online and I do it, that's where you'll find it. It's michaelbrockbank.com. Or
If you
can go to
find it-
Sanctuary.
There you go. If you find us
If you go to-
entertaining, you can join us on Tuesday nights on Crossing Colorado, right? So come join us there at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
That was
Continue.
it.
Yeah,
There's
that's all I
no
got.
flair behind it.
Not tonight. I'm tired.
Coming soon, Kingmaker and 7. Yes. Kingmaker and 7 hopefully will be done at the same time at the end of March at the latest. If I keep playing my cards right, the way that everything's been going, I'm still hitting over 1 million words this year on average.
And
So if
7
I-
is up on Wattpad.
Yeah, 7 is currently on Wattpad, but I'm rewriting it right
Yes.
now. And if you want to read that, the link is in the description down below to my Wattpad account. The stories that have header images on them that say rewritten and revised, those are the ones I just finished. Everything else
Lust and
I
Gluttony.
wrote. Everything else I wrote in 2016. So
It's
prepare to
cringy.
cringe.
Yeah.
Gluttony's still my favorite.
And don't forget to like this video and subscribe
And
if you haven't
subscribe
already.
if you haven't already.
I think we got.
And
I
if you
think
have
we
any
covered everything.
questions, here we go. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always hit me up on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, or use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. I used to say that. I used to say that in every video.
Yep. Awesome.
But
Thanks
anyway,
for joining
I think
us.
that's going to do it for me today. I'll see you next time. I got to come up with a better ending.
Yes, you do.
Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday. And for those of you who are in Texas, be safe.
Stay warm. Like
the
Casey
video.
said, like the video, everyone.
Like the video. And good night.
Good night.